Today, we are back with some more Minecraft Skyblock here on Cosmic Sky. Today, we're going to be going ahead and working on fisher farms with automation for fishers using our fuel system, which I have upgraded off camera. So we're going to go into that in a bit here. But before we go ahead and get started, if you are going to purchase anything on the Cosmic Store, consider using my creator code. I'd very much appreciate it. It's literally my branding name. So what I've done off camera is I've actually advanced on our fueling system. I changed how the hoppers are fueling into the link chest here, just of course so we have some more fueling and so things can flow in quicker. That's pretty much the gist of it. But I also did go ahead and add a dropper hopper, or a hopper dropper I think it is. Underneath the collection chest here, I removed the system that was along this part, and I put down this that basically drops the items instantly to the hopper that goes into here with a crafter bot level 3 upgrade, so it has all 3 of them, so then it can craft fuel as quick as possible, which is really good. And then I also did the hopper change for the coal as well, which we are no longer running anything on coal. Anything that is using fuel is all on iron currently. And we're also going to be setting up copper today as well, I think, maybe. We'll see. But if we go ahead and take a look here, I have 2 level 2 upgraded mining bots on iron, which is insanely overpowered. So we get the 200% speed, so there's about 48 nodes on each layer here of iron. And then I also moved around the fuel nodes with the baby bots. They now have their own little section here, and then coal has its own little thing as well. If I were to put a tier 1 upgrade in this, it would probably overflow the coal here, and I don't really want overflow, so it's making enough coal with just this one bot with no upgrade, which is really good. And we got the torch flowers still working as per usual, the same system here, and we got 2 slayers down with tier 2 upgrades working away. Pretty simple. We got 4 of them, but the other ones, I can't run them with literally only iron fuel. It just does not work. Because if we look at the difference between iron to copper, the copper and iron fuel difference is crazy, so we need to get copper fuel eventually. I also did remove the crops up here and sold them, so I can make some more money for my set. As you can see, it's looking amazing so far. Slowly working on that. So I did sell a lot of the crops, and we'll probably keep the rest of these. These are the ones we'll keep. But yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and set up fishing today. That is the main plan. Maybe do copper fuel, we'll see. We're gonna go ahead and destroy this crafting setup, and we'll put it somewhere else. We're still gonna use this system. It's just got to be put somewhere differently. So we are going to go ahead and start moving it all around. I'm going to go ahead and start building it over here in the corner on the other side of the island so we can use this chunk for the fishers. I want to put the fishers right along here, so it would make sense to remove this little system. Let's go ahead and get rid of the hoppers, and we'll get rid of all the other stuff here in a moment. I just got to build all this. So we go along like this, and I guess we could just build it taller so we have more storage. Definitely going to need some more hoppers for that though. I think we need a total of 2 more, so we'll set that up here in a moment. We're gonna grab a gold block, which I have quite a bit of them, and we're gonna make it into this, and then this, and this, and we'll buy some hoppers with all this, because I will need more in the future, so it's not like a waste. But we'll put these down. There we go. Boom and boom. And we'll put the coal in here. And now we got to get the bot itself. Okay, we're going to put the bot down, put in its upgrades, put in the fuel, and we'll set this to crispy flesh. And then you can see all the coal is going in, which is fine. I'm just going to grab a little bit of fuel so we can fill this all in again. I'm going to fill this back up a little bit so it has a bit more fuel to work with. And there we go. We got our crafter again. We're crafting recipes. Now, the thing is with fishers, it's a really simple concept, but it uses a lot of hoppers, so we might need even more gold. So we are going to go ahead and go into shop, and then we're going to buy all the hoppers imaginable with all that. So we have 16 to work with. So to start, we're going to grab 2 regular fishers. We're not going to use baby fishers. They're not needed. But you can see here, it has a 2 block radius outwards. So we'll go ahead and grab some deep slate, which actually I might have some. Yes, we do. We got a little bit here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to make it go along 6, and then completely finish this area here, and the bot will be standing right here, I think is the plan. So we're gonna go ahead, put a hopper on the back of this if I can, or no, it has to go on the top. Never mind. I'm honestly forgetting how all this works. It's just been a bit. So one thing I am gonna be doing with the bot setups here is using fences. So you see I placed a fence, we put the bot in, and then we can place it and break it whenever we need to with that fence there, because the water won't fill up that area. It's really smart. So we'll put one here on top of this, and then we put a hopper stream going upwards, and then we have the bot going along here, so I need to place a hopper facing down, so we break break this guy and place that. There we go. And we're only going to start with 2, as I said, because it just makes a lot of sense to start with 2 only. We'll go ahead, place down this guy so we face it that way. Perfect. We'll turn them both off because we don't really need them on yet. We'll get their upgrades and we can purchase some as well if we need to. Oh yeah, and we also need collection. I am just forgetting everything. Okay, so we need a tier 3 upgrade. So a tier 3 is 1.5 million. That's pretty decent. We'll go ahead, throw all these upgrades in if I can place them properly. There we go. Now we go into this one, place these in. There we go. Tier 3s. Perfect. So for the water, we're going to go up to this height right here, I think is the plan. And we're just going to place a layer of stone brick here and put water and then let it flow down. It doesn't need to be source blocks. In the past, I really thought it needed to be, but it really doesn't make a difference from what I know at least. So we'll go ahead, destroy all this. Now we need to grab some water buckets and we'll grab some water from this pool of water I built a while ago. Put this down, make a water source to start just spreading all this water everywhere, which this should be good enough. There we go, full source. So now we break all this and it should flow into that area that we built at the very bottom. So now we need our link chest. Let's go ahead, grab one of those, and we need our collection, which is gonna go into, I think, right along here, the cellar, because I don't really know where else to put the money. So for some of the fish, it's gonna go into a hopper dropper system into here and then just sell. That is really all it's gonna be. So we're rebuilding this again. So we're gonna go along, I think, here, and this should be good enough. So we need a water bucket, so we'll grab one of those, and we just gotta test how far this will go. Okay, we're 1 short. We need to move this up 1 and then break all this and break that, and there we go. So now I just need to build this system again. We'll go ahead, buy some glass. We'll get a stack even though we don't even need that much. So now we need 2 of those hoppers, which we can get with the gold. They're actually cheaper with tier 3 shops, so we're gonna just go ahead, buy them here for 5 each, which is really good. Saves a lot of gold. And we put this, boom, boom, break all that, and we put the water in, and we should be golden. So from my knowledge, we just set up the collection here, and we should be golden, which I don't really have any fishing recipes, if I'm gonna be honest. We need farmed cod chum and squid tentacles, and then we also need cod chum on its own, which is kind of a bad recipe, I'm gonna be honest, because you need bread, which reduces my island XP amount by a ton. So the recipe options we have right now is cod and Kraken Crunch, and then we also have cod chum, which we are gonna make both of these. I just have to set up a wheat harvester, which is not the worst thing in the world. It's gonna make very little XP, but it will make money. And I don't have these recipes anyways, so we're gonna redeem, or wait, I already have cod chum, never mind. So we didn't even need the cod chum. I'll probably just re-auction that. But the cod Kraken Crunch we'll go ahead and keep, and I'll just put this back up for like a mil, resell it for the price it was originally at. So now we gotta go through everything here and look for what I'm not gonna be using. So it goes all the way up to frog legs. So we go here to all of these, which we need squid tentacles, I believe. Let's go ahead, take a look. I believe it's squid tentacles. Yeah, so we get all the way up to squids, and it's gonna take a while to get there, of course. If we look at island fishing, squid is not until 26, and we're only at 21 with 26%, so it's gonna be a while. And we don't even have up to pufferfish yet, because we don't have the requirement. So everything's just gonna be going in here for the time being, except for the cod. We'll be storing all that. So I think what I'm gonna do for that, at least, is set up a bundler. It seems like the best option possible. So we go ahead, put the bundler here, and then we put a hopper in the back. And where's the collection? Oh yeah, I need 1 collection. Collection acquired, and now we go ahead, put it here. Set this to cod, and then squid tentacle once we get there. And then we're gonna put a hopper on the top. Of course, put a link chest down, and we're gonna put it to the white channel and get some grass blocks. So now we have a bundler going. I just need to put fuel in it. So we'll go ahead, grab some of this. But now all of it should go into here and bundle up. Pretty simple. So now we're gonna turn on the white channel here, start letting iron fuel flow into these fishers. So I grabbed a decent bit of iron fuel. We're gonna put it inside of all the fishers just so they're completely full. So pretty much with this system, you just kind of have to make sure they're blocked on both sides of each other with all these extra blocks. That's pretty much all I'm doing. So then it doesn't put as much fuel in here and use so much fuel. It's just a decent way to go about it. But we're gonna go ahead, turn these on, see if it works. So we'll turn them on, see if we get any fish coming through. All right, they're starting to fish. Let's see if we get anything. All right, we got fish going through. Perfect. You can see all the fish types, and then it goes into the seller and gets sold. Pretty simple. And then cod will go in here and start bundling. We're also going to go ahead and break this. So I can go ahead and put a stair so I can open this chest, just so it's more optimized. So currently right now, it's a matter of will the fuel keep up for this system while running these guys. And I'll keep an eye on the fuel system, and then I'll come back and we'll probably set up copper fuel in a bit. So I'll give an update here in a moment. So it's been a good day since I recorded the last clip, and what we're going to be doing now is the copper fuel, as I said earlier. Our fuel system's holding up on pufferfish because we did unlock those finally. If we look at island fishing, we are pretty close to frogs as well. We're getting there. So I'm going to need to get a ton of copper fuel for fish specifically. I want to transfer the fish over to just copper as well as the slayers, and then put the rest of the iron fuel into just farming and of course crafting copper fuel. So we're gonna make the copper fuel setup right here. That is the plan. So I want to use one crafting bot instead of two for this whole system, so we don't need multiple upgrades, and we are gonna have to take out these upgrades to make this system work better, which is unfortunate because I am gonna have to get another tier 1 for our crafting bot because those are really rare to come by right now, so it is what it is. But we'll go ahead and make another one of these pools because we need one. And for the copper, it's gonna go right above the iron, but it's gonna go up higher, so we have more room in case I need more iron fuel. So let's get some deep slate and let's build this. So we go up all the way up to here, and then it should be on this layer that we build the platform. So we got the platform, let's make the rings around it, and then we gotta copy the hopper system, which is about, I believe, 16 hoppers. It's quite a bit. So we're gonna grab out some gold, we're gonna go into shop, turn that into this, and then all into scraps, and we'll just get a ton of hoppers. So we'll go here, grab all these, and we're going to use a hopper dropper, I think, for this system. So I'm trying to pinpoint the center. I believe the center is right here. So I need to make a outline here. And then on these hoppers, we're going to have hoppers feeding into that. And then right here, we're going to have some more hoppers. So I need to stand on some blocks. So it feeds in this way and this way. So now we feed in this way and I believe that way. And then we do it on one more, and then we should be situated with our hopper system. There we go. Done. Let's go ahead, get 4 signs and 4 water buckets here and I believe here. Put our water in, which I guess I can remove one of them for now because we need to put the bot down. So the bot is going to be facing this way, and I got to make sure I place it properly. So there we go. We can put the water in. So one thing I completely forgot about is we need the copper to even start working in the first place. So I'm going to go up, I think, another 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be a whole nother layer technically. So for my knowledge, we're going to put the copper right here around Y26. So that should be good enough for its Y level. I do need to check for mining upgrades, which tier 1 is kind of pricey, I can't lie. So we might need to remove the one from over here. Yeah, we're gonna remove this one and use it for the copper. And then we'll go ahead and buy a tier 2 because they're cheaper than tier 1s because they're easier to obtain. So we'll buy one of those. So we can make, I believe it's 40 nodes for the rotation. Okay, so it is 40, so we can do 80 in total with a tier 2 upgrade, from my knowledge at least. So what I'll do is copy the iron layout first. That's what we're gonna start with and see where it goes from there. And then I think we can put down 16 here if I'm not mistaken, right? Oh wow, that fills the whole location. I didn't realize it filled the whole thing. Okay, well that works out perfectly. So it should be 4 on each direction, as you can see. So now I got the auto miner down. We're gonna go ahead, place the upgrades in. So now we can mine this whole thing on a rotation. We also need a linked ender chest, which these are getting pricey, so we gotta be careful with how many we're using. And we'll put a hopper up top and a linked ender chest, I believe, facing this way. So now we just need a decent bit of iron fuel I'm gonna collect here, put it inside this bot, go ahead, fill this in, set this to the white channel, and there we go. It's filling that up. I'm gonna turn it on because I need a bit of scraps to actually start testing with this. So we need 12 to make a thing, and then we turn that into a smelted thing, and then we craft the fuel from there. So first I need to get a hopper dropper. We're gonna go ahead and grab one of these, boom, and we'll get a little bit more gold because we might need some more. We also need a collection chest, which is probably very useful. So the collection chest will be right above this hopper dropper. Now we set it to the copper scrap, as you can see here. And then we also need a linked ender chest for the top of this. So we got 3 linked ender chests left. I bought 2 more for around almost 8 million. Go ahead, set this down, and this will be iron, I think. I just gotta grab enough iron fuel to put in there. The priority is this: we make copper fuel, and then if we can't make copper fuel, we just make the unrefined. So it has 2 different priorities, and it has to be in this order. So then we don't have to use 2 different crafting bots. Pretty simple. Oh yeah, and I just had a better idea for the link chest. We can make this work like 10 times better without using 2 link chests. Okay, so the grass and the dirt are in. The fuel's going around. Should be working perfectly as expected. So we have 2 ways of the fuel to flow in, which is really good. So one thing I just realized with this setup, we're gonna need a teleport pad here underneath this so it teleports the stuff instantly. That is probably what we need. So we're gonna break this and we need to grab one of those. I don't know if I have the component already, but we'll go ahead and test it. Will this place? Okay, it does. I'm just gonna break it really quick because I am gonna test with more things really quickly. Okay, so I made a little mistake. We do have to move this up so we can put it in a smelter system. I completely forgot. I remembered right as I turned on the autominer to test. I was gonna test this and then I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't even gonna work. So what I need is a smelter bot upgrade. We're gonna go ahead and get tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So we're gonna go ahead buy the tier 2 and then buy the tier 3, which should drain us of a lot of our money. But basically it makes unrefined stuff have a better drop chance and we just get better loot from what we're gonna be smelting down, which is gonna be good. So we needed that, and I already have a smelting bot, I believe. Yeah, we have 2 of them. So the thing is with the smelter, we're gonna move him up 1 because it collects from the hopper here, and we don't want that as an issue. We'll put him here so he doesn't actually collect the iron fuel from here and everything. That would probably be wise. And then we put in the upgrades. One thing I noticed, we can also just fuel it with the same one we were using here. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. We go into shop and we're gonna get more hoppers. Let's make some of this. We'll go ahead and start making hoppers. There we go. Then we make it go down and then go in this direction and then put the linked ender chest here. Perfect. From my knowledge, I do have the hopper system working perfectly now with 1 linked ender chest, which works out amazing. And it won't collect the iron from here, which is good since it's up 1. So we're going to put the hopper on the side and repeat the teleport pad system we made because that's the one key thing that we need still. So we put a teleport pad here and then we put it here, and I mess with the settings. So go ahead, set this to unrefined. Go ahead, turn this off, that, and make it whitelisted. Okay, now I'm gonna get the rest of this built again so we can have this done and over with. I think it's safe to say we could just try turning this on and see how it works. So we go ahead, start this up, see if anything's dropping. Yep, everything's dropping in. So I'm gonna buy a reinforced teleport pad. Maybe this could fix the problem. I'm not 100% certain here. We're just gonna test because apparently it's not picking up the items quick enough. So I'm gonna turn off the mining bot there and I'm gonna try and figure this out. So after a little bit of testing, I figured out the issue. The issue was the water was pushing it too quickly, so it didn't hit the ground fast enough to where the teleport pad could activate it into putting it into here. So I just made a water stream that went all the way out to the very edge to where it's like the tiniest little bit here, and it should be good enough now, and this should all spin around either way still. And if this doesn't move across, I'll just put some blue ice just to fix that in case, but for now it should be fine. Definitely though, this is working really well. I can't complain. It's working really good. The reinforced teleport pad may make a difference. I'm not too sure. I wanted to get it because it transfers items quicker. That was my only reasoning there, but we are going to start using a different channel for copper. So I think we're going to use the yellow channel for our copper fuel because it's the easiest panels to get. So we are going to go ahead and just purchase a ton of these so we can get this up on a higher amount. 12 should be good enough for now. So we're going to go ahead and select yellow, and now all of it goes into here, as you can see. And then we can use it for the fissures once we build a backlog up because we got to fill all this in and whatnot, which is kind of a pain. So for now, we'll keep it on iron and then I'll switch it. I'll have to keep an eye on it, just making sure both types are working perfectly. This system is a big jumbled mess, but it works really well, I can't lie. But that being said, we have gotten everything that we wanted to get done today. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I appreciate all the support recently, and I will see you all in the next one.